Look at this lab simulation. From the directions, there's a web address. If you click on that, it'll open up a new web page. And from here, you want to use the option for individuals, start now. From there, it'll give you the option to log in with Google under create account. So you log in with Google, choose your school account, and it's going to open up a free version of this for you. Now, we're going to use the complete anatomy option. Not everything will be available to you because there's premium ones. You do not have to register or pay for anything. So go to complete anatomy. There's male and female, doesn't matter which one for this lab you do. So I'm just going to click on the first one. And what I want to show you now are some of the tools that you can use. So down here in the corner, there is a toolbar. Here is the model I'm going to be using. And then off to the side here is a description. And then I can hide that column with this little arrow, or I can open that back up to be able to read the descriptions. And you will need to do that. Just clicking with the mouse any place on the screen and holding it. Now, if I drag my mouse around, I can rotate them around 360 degrees, bottom, top, and so on. Okay. Now, in the bottom corner, there's a little triangle here. If I hover over it, it says expand 3D controls. So if I click that, here are some options. So one is to switch to pan mode. That's the four-way arrows. If I click on that and I see it's blue and highlighted now, now when I click and drag, it doesn't rotate, but it lets me go up and down the model. Okay. If I want to rotate it, I have to unclick that, and now I can go back to rotating. I also can zoom in by using the plus signs or zoom out using the minus sign. Now, let's say I've got a view and I don't like it. At the bottom of here, it says recenter the 3D model. If you click that, it's going to put everything back to your original view. So those are some options. Now, the other thing is if you have the ability to scroll on your mouse, I'm scrolling on this little track button. It lets me zoom in and lets me zoom out on the whole model. Now, under this set of menus here, there is Explore Tools. Looks like a little pencil. If I click that, then it gives me some different options. Now, the pointer lets me select things. So now, if I select on a muscle, it lights up, a little window pops open, tells me what it is, and it gives me the option to read more. So now if I click Read More, it's going to give me information over here about that muscle. And to stop that, I can just click off of it. Now, maybe it's hard to click on what I want to click on. That's when you're going to want to zoom in, maybe reposition it, maybe rotate it to the view you want, and then be able to click on it a little bit more clearly. Now, there are structures underneath this, so you're going to have to hide those. So here there's an eyeball with a line through it, and it says hide. So if I click that, and now I click on that structure, it hides it, and I can see some other things were revealed. Be careful at this point because you still have the hide tool. So if I click again, let me do it as if I did an accident. Oops, I just got rid of something that I wanted. I can use the undo tool to go back a step or two. Or I can go back and hide that again. So now if I want to know what these are, I've got to make sure I use the select tool. So now it tells me this is a rib, this is some cartilage, this is the sternum. Sometimes when I get in here, it's hard to click on specific things. So this is talking about having nerves. So in some cases, you may have to scroll way in to be able to find the thing that you want to eliminate carefully. And then scroll back out. And that's just some tips for that. Those are the main tools you're going to use in this one. And if I use that arrow, it gets me out of this. Now I can enter full screen mode, more options, also gives me a whiteboard mode. And this is just not something you'll need for this lab, but if you come across it, it's kind of a neat thing that if you click on it, it now gives you the option to use drawing tools. And you could pick your pen and you can actually draw onto this thing and label some structures that way. And then it gives you the option to download it as an image file and you can actually save your own annotated things. So that's just kind of another feature. If it's useful for you in any other way, you will not need it in this particular lab. And then when we're all done, we can just reset it. So I hope that helps you with the general idea for the tools. The big thing for you is just to play with it and then go back to the lab, follow these steps, and what you're going to do is put your answers to the questions as you complete the tasks in the form, and then use Turnitin to give it to me. And let me know if you need any help.